Hi, I'm Teresa Green, the Collections Manager at the Vermont Historical Society. I'm here with one of my favorite objects. It is an 1816 Wilson globe. James Wilson was the first to manufacture globes in America, and while this isn't the first globe that he made, it is one of the first globes. This is one of my favorite objects because you can learn so many things about so many things. We have names of places that no longer are called that. We have a giant blank in the middle of America because it hadn't been studied yet. California is called New Albion, and it is surrounded by zodiac symbols. Not only can you learn about how stars were used for navigation, you can also learn about printing, because each one of the symbols must have been printed separately from the frames because they're all facing outward except for one is upside down. James Wilson was originally from New Hampshire, but moved to Bradford. He was the son of a farmer and trained briefly as a blacksmith, not a globe maker or a cartographer. He got interested in cartography after visiting the map collection at Dartmouth and kind of became obsessed. He self-taught himself how to do all of these things, very few techniques of which you'll notice are blacksmithing related. He even went so far as to find an engraver, and instead of hiring him, he got him to teach him how to do engravings so that he could do this whole thing all by himself. The first globe that he made was a solid wooden ball, and he pasted pen and ink drawings on paper onto the ball, and it really was just too heavy to be useful at all. This is a hollow wooden sphere, likely two turned halves that were then pasted together. The engravings are on paper that have been pasted on, and he also made, because his goal was to produce globes to be used to educate children in school, he also made paper mache globes that were cheaper to produce and cheaper to obtain. The globes were often produced in pairs. A terrestrial globe would be paired with a celestial globe, which showed the sky. These were sold to schools to teach both geography and astronomy. This globe spins freely in two directions, this one, and then it also spins along this axis. Interestingly, even though he was living in Vermont, he did not label Vermont. The label for New York goes all the way across Vermont. So James Wilson founded the Wilson Manufacturing Company in 1813. It became so successful that they moved the production to Albany, New York, and the company continued to be ran by his sons and lasted for 50 years. Thank you for joining us. For more information on the Vermont Historical Society, make sure you're following us on social media.